2:23 to go in the fourth. Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, Craig Sager were at the Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. And San Antonio looking to bounce back after the loss at home to the Sonics last night. Trying to make it 9 of their last 10. That's a 24-second violation.
Smart play by the Rockets and Jeff Van Gundy in particular. Popovich calls the timeout, sets up a play. Rockets come out in his zone defense, and it's a tactic that has worked quite well in this league. A lot of teams set up a play to go against a man-to-man. They come out and see the zone, and everything they learned in the timeout is for naught.
Andre Barrett. These guys cannot score. Yao Ming 4 of 6 from the field in the second half. The rest of the Rockets 5 for 26. Make it 5 for 27 off the missed jumper and the missed tip.
Now the Spurs have done this to a lot of people. Houston can't feel too badly about it, but certainly you got to shoot better than 31% if you're going to win a game.
Rose was rejected, able to recover. Shot clock to 5. Here's Bowen for 3. It's a 3-on-1. Sur pulls up for the 3 and comes up short.
Oof.
And the Rockets are hearing it from the crowd now.
Yes, they are. Well, they need Jim Jackson, but they probably need more than that. Of course, Charlie Ward on the shelf with a knee injury. He's an excellent three-point shooter. They've got to find a way to surround their big two with some shooters.
Foul is called on Yao Ming. Houston Rockets on the way to dropping to 8 and 12. They're playing game 3 of a long homestand, 6-game stand in the stretch, playing 9 of 10 at home, while San Antonio on their way to going to 17 and 4. Big clubs around the NBA. San Antonio, Seattle at 16 and 3 coming into tonight's play. Phoenix at 16 and 3.
Remember what Greg Popovich said to us today? He said Seattle and Phoenix have been the two teams that have played most like themselves. They've done the best job of being who they are. And he said when we're good, when we win games, it's when we're being who we are. And that means defensive-minded and tough. And although their offense has been atrocious tonight, they have gotten after it defensively.
Yao Ming on the follow. 74-66. The Rockets' all-time low. Well, that will be surpassed tonight as Patrick is able to hit off the steal, and it's a 6-point game. On 3 occasions, they have scored 66 points. And now the Rockets at 68. And they're down 6 with 47 seconds left. All right, 47.3 to go in this fourth quarter. San Antonio with a 74-68 lead. You see timeouts remaining. San Antonio 2 left. Rockets have 1 full timeout. And the foul is called. So Rockets over the foul limit. It is on McGrady. That's only his first. San Antonio huddled up, chatting with head coach Greg Popovich, and the officials say, guys, come out to the floor. You got to play.
Well, Popovich was furious. They didn't run the play that he had designed, and then Manu Ginobili with the dangerous cross-court pass that was very nearly intercepted by Houston.
Kevin Brown 5 for 5 at the line. He now has 17 points.
85% free throw shooter.
And it looks like Greg Popovich is upset with Manu Ginobili. And that's what that discussion was about.
Now, they did not get that play correct out of the timeout, and Popovich obviously upset with Manu.
Here's McGrady for 3. 35 seconds to go. They look to foul. And Soren picks up number 6. Jeff Van Gundy wanted the Rockets to foul Duncan, despite the fact that he's had the hot hand at the line and has improved his free throw shooting. He'd rather see Duncan at the foul line.
Well, and they could have gotten Parker, too, who's just 68% this year. So, you've got Bruce Bowen on the floor. The one guy they didn't want to foul is Devin Brown.
Brown with 10 points, 10 of his 18 in the fourth quarter, and 6 of 6 at the line here in the fourth quarter. And Greg Popovich sending Manu Ginobili back into the game with 31.9 remaining. Spurs up by 5.
This has been a harrowing scene for the Spurs for many games the last few years. 5-6 point lead, going to the foul line, just trying to hang on to victories. They've been one of the worst foul shooting teams in the NBA the last several years. They're up to 26th this year, which is an improvement, Marv.
And Brown continues to hit at the line. And the Spurs now lead by 7. Rockets looking for a quick shot. Bowen is all over McGrady. Foul is picked up. It's a potential 4-point play. Tracy McGrady from downtown. And Tim Duncan could not get out of the way. He's called for the foul.
Wow. What a shot by McGrady. You'll see the screen by Yao Ming, which forces Duncan to help, and he just draws the contact and somehow gets it to go. Incredible shot by T-Mac.
So McGrady to the line where he has hit on 3 of 3, looking for point number 27, and looking to complete a 4-point play.
And Houston has to deny Devin Brown the ball. He's made 4 in a row now. Spurs will call a timeout to try to set something up, but it's now a 1-possession game. Amazing.
24 and 3/10 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. The Rockets getting back into it. It has been an adventurous finish for the San Antonio Spurs with 49 seconds remaining. This was a 10-point San Antonio lead, 74-64. We're down to 24 seconds, and it's a 3-point game. So within 25 seconds, the Rockets able to get back into this.
And it's amazing because they couldn't score 10 points in a quarter most of this game. They were struggling to get anything to go, and all of a sudden, in a panic, they find a way to get something going. Now, the Spurs have 1 timeout left. They brought Brent Berry into the game to shoot free throws, and they're going to try to get the ball to Devin Brown, who's 4 for 4 here.
All right, Barry inbounds into the backcourt to use some time. Parker chased by McGrady. Now Brown. And a foul is finally given. Houston has been over the limit for the last 6 minutes of this fourth quarter. It is on Patrick.
Greg Popovich letting Devin Brown have it because he's saying, you've hit 4 in a row, son. Don't throw the ball to Tim Duncan in this situation. And now, even though Duncan has been on the mark tonight at 10 for 12 from the line, you've got a guy who doesn't feel overly comfortable in this situation.
On the season, 65%, which is a dramatic improvement from last year when he was at 59, and he's receiving the treatment from the crowd. 16 seconds remaining. Spurs now lead by 4.
Great job by Duncan just to settle in and trust his stroke and knock down that shot. Houston with 1 timeout left. We'll see how they play this.
Yao Ming returns. Bruce Bowen is back. Duncan 11 of 13 at the line. Clutch free throw shooting by Tim Duncan, and Jeff Van Gundy will use his final timeout. 16 and 2/10 seconds remaining. 5-point San Antonio lead. Well, Steve, the Spurs not noted for their efficiency at the free throw line in recent years. Doing it at the line in this fourth quarter. They've hit 14 of 15 thanks to Devin Brown and Tim Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan did an excellent job there. He's not the guy who's accustomed to shooting those shots, but knocked him down. And now, if you're Houston, it's a 2-possession game. You need a 3 and a 2 in some combination. So I would expect Van Gundy to get McGrady the ball, and here the Spurs make him go to the rim, get the deuce, and then take your chances at the foul line again.
Reece Gaines has checked in, so it's Yao Ming, Scott Padgett, Tracy McGrady up front, Reece Gaines and Andre Barrett in the backcourt. Barrett will throw in. 16.2 to go in the fourth. And Barrett can't find anybody. They have no timeouts remaining. Finally gets it in to McGrady. McGrady over Bowen for three. Oh. Yes! Yes! Tracy McGrady cuts it to a 2-point lead. And timeout taken by San Antonio. And that was close to another potential 4-point play. Bowen was all over McGrady. Timeout San Antonio. 11.2 to go in the fourth quarter. In the last 38 seconds, Houston has scored 14 points. They've outscored the Spurs 14-6, and this a moment ago.
Well, they almost didn't get the ball in, and now you've got the best defender in the game on McGrady. How does he hit this? Bowen not wanting to pick up the foul, and McGrady amazingly somehow gets it to go. It's a 2-point game.
And a good job by Andre Barrett. They had no timeouts left, close to a 5-second count, but got the ball inbound, so 11.2 to go in this fourth quarter. San Antonio now clinging to a 2-point lead. They've led by as many as 11. Yao Ming on the inbounds, trying to make things difficult for Brent Barry. Gets it in. Kevin Brown lost it. Here comes McGrady. No timeouts remaining. McGrady for the win. Yes! 1.7 to go. San Antonio with no timeout. Here's Faulkner, and the Rockets steal a game from the Spurs. Tracy McGrady with an incredible performance down the stretch, including a 4-point play. Tracy McGrady with 33 points. San Antonio had won 7 straight against Houston, and it's all McGrady scoring the last 13 for the Rockets. 13 points in 33 seconds.
And he never had a doubt that he was going to pull up from 3 and go for the win, and why not? Unbelievable. All those people who left, Marv, they're driving home in their cars right now wondering, what were we thinking?
Well, we were wrapping it up for San Antonio.
But we had to stay.
An astounding finish. The Rockets pull it out. Let's go to Craig and Tracy McGrady.
Well, T-Mac, points were so hard to come by in this game. Suddenly you put up 13 in the past 45 seconds. What was going on out there?
Trying to do anything possible, get a shot up. And situations like that, best player got to step up and try to make plays. And shots were falling for me at the end. I don't know how I got him off because Bruce Bowen is a pest on the defensive end. But, you know, my wheels just took over and was knocking down shots for me.
Down by double digits in the final minute. Was it the 4-point play that you made when Duncan fouled you on the 3 that made you feel, hey, we can actually win this thing?
You know what? That's what gave me confidence. When I knocked down that 4-point play, he gave me confidence to just do it again. Anytime I got the ball in my hand in any room that I got to get up a shot, I was going to let it go.
But still, you guys are so far behind. They had the ball a few seconds. They turn it over. How did you get the ball? What were you thinking?
Well, we were supposed to just trap and go for a steal. Unfortunately, fortunate enough, the guy slipped. Ball came right to me. And the only thing I was thinking about, I didn't want to tie the game. So I was thinking about getting up a 3. Got it up. Ball game. I never been a part of anything like this. So you got to excuse me.
All right, well, I hope you get a chance to get to look at the replay, but that's why you're the NBA scoring champ.
I appreciate it, Craig.
Thank you, Marv.
Thank you, Craig. That was a gutsy shot by Tracy McGrady for the game winner. He went for the win. It was 74-64 with 52 seconds remaining. Houston with a 17-6 run in the last 52 seconds to pull it out. Thanks to our producer, Scooter Bertino, our director, Renardo Lowe, statistician, Brian Taylor. For Craig Sager, Steve Kerr, and our entire crew, Marv Albert saying goodnight from Houston.